You're welcome back, and we are live on our social media handles. We are streaming live on X Spaces, on YouTube, of course, on Facebook, and on myjoyonline.com, the Joy News channel there. Now, let's settle for the details now. The Electoral Commission has commenced investigations into allegations of vote buying in some constituencies following Monday's special voting exercise. Election observers are worried about the developments, including Cordeyo. They revealed such incidents were reported not only in Ayawaso, West Wuogon, and Wejab-Bawe in the Greater Accra region, but also in Keta in the Volta region and German North in the Bono East region. The group is urging the Ghana Police Service to act swiftly by prosecuting those involved. They believe it will serve as a deterrent and help prevent similar occurrences during the December 7th election. We will hear shortly from the EC, but first on your screens now are some of the key findings by Cordeyo after their monitoring of the special voting. And according to Cordeyo, their observers reported critical incidents that compromised the secrecy of votes, such as votes taken, a picture of their ballots after tampering, and for that reason, these are some of the observations that they made after their monitoring of the exercise on Monday. So what you have on your screen now is the Cordeyo's findings, and after their monitoring of the exercise across the country, and at Cape Coast North constituency in the Central region, the voter attempted to photograph their vote, but the security officials intercepted him. Again, at Ablekuma South in the Greater Accra region, the voter went into the voting booth and photographed the ballot paper showing her vote for the presidential candidates. At Walewale, also in the Northeast region, according to Cordeyo, a party agent and security officials intercepted a voter who photographed their vote before casting the ballot to allegedly to receive. I don't know where the person was sent into. And then they also report events in Bogatanga Central and the Upper East region where a police officer photographed the vote. The matter was subsequently reported to the police inspector on duty at the polling station. They also report events at Navarongo Central, also in the Upper East region, where, according to them, an EC official and a police officer were seen taking pictures of their respective ballots. They were both taken into police cars. And these are police officers, military officers, electoral commission officials, media, and other key individuals that will be playing roles on Saturday. They also observed 2 cases of alleged vote buying at Keta in the Volta region. Some party representatives at the polling station shared money to people who voted for their candidates. And then at Wejab-Bawe here in the Greater Accra region, some individuals believed to be MPP party representative. This is according to Cordeyo, where at the polling station gate, giving out 100 and 500 cedis to voters to cast their votes for the MPP candidates. And of course, in German North, located in the Bono region, a non-uniformed police officer who doubles as a key member of the incumbent MP security detail attempted to prevent the MPP party chairman and several representatives from sharing money. This reportedly resulted in verbal attacks on the officer, and these are the findings of Cordeyo after Monday's special voting. Well, in that report, we see that Navarongo Central in the Upper East region, an EC official and another police officer were observed taking pictures of their completed ballot. This is concerning to the Election Observer Group, which expect the Electoral Commission and security agencies to uphold the highest standard of conduct during the election. Deputy EC Commissioner Dr. Bossman Asare says they have commenced investigations into the allegations of vote buying and will announce the outcome soon.
The Commission is very much ready for the special voting tomorrow. As we speak now, all the materials that are required for the elections have been dispatched to the 2 regions. That's the Western region and the Eastern region. So we do expect that all those who are special voters in these 2 regions, regardless of where they are located now, will be able to make it to their special voting centers. In the Eastern region, we have 33 centers, and in the Western region, we have 17 centers. So we expect all registered voters go there in their numbers to go and vote. Because if you are a special voter and you don't go there tomorrow to go and vote, you will not be able to vote on December 7th. So we expect that they will all take advantage of this window and vote.
Well, from reprinting of this new ballot papers, at least for the two regions, up until delivery, would you say that all the parties are aligned in terms of no objections at all to this new process?
Yeah, we know when the issue came up, we had a meeting with the parties, and the parties were in full support because all of us are committed to the integrity of the process. And in that meeting, the main conclusion was about integrity, ensuring that the elections will be very fair, free, transparent, embedded in a lot of integrity. And that's what we did by taking that decision to reprint the ballots for the eastern and for the western regions. So as we speak now, none of the parties has raised any red flag, and all of us are in unison working together to ensure that Ghana achieves another successful general election.
But what's the status of the investigations into that leaked ballot paper?
So, we have been incredibly consumed by the printing of the ballots and getting ready for the special voting. And so we've allowed those who are in charge to continue with their investigations. And as you may be aware, once everything is consummated, they will bring it to the attention of the commission.
How about the Electoral Commission's initial assessment of the exercise on Monday in the 14 regions?
No, it went very well generally, although we are yet to put out the figures in terms of turnout. But we shouldn't forget that those who voted on Monday, including those who are voting tomorrow, they're only a fraction, an insignificant fraction of those who are voting come December 7th. So it's not a number we must place so much premium. But initially, we noticed that a number of the places were having a turnout of almost 90% and beyond.
So, Bossman Asare is the deputy chair of the Electoral Committee. They've got a very busy schedule from now to when they declare the results of the presidential elections, hopefully after 24 or 48 hours. Now, let's stay on this matter because the Office of the Special Prosecutor has launched a comprehensive investigation into allegations of misconduct involving contestants in the Ayawaso West Wuogon parliamentary elections. Incumbent Member of Parliament Lydia Al-Hassan and the NDC's John Dumelo are being investigated for various infractions they allegedly committed during the special voting exercise. My colleague Kwaku Asante joins me in studio with what we are learning from the Office of the Special Prosecutor. So, Kwaku, first let's talk about Lydia Al-Hassan. What is the latest on her?
So, Elton, JoyNews understands that the Office of the Special Prosecutor has actually started engaging the Honourable Member of Parliament, and that the MP has been spoken to by officers of the Special Prosecutor as part of a broader investigation that is being conducted by the office. Our sources at the office indicate that she was asked a few questions, and though it is still not clear whether or not this interaction actually constitutes an arrest or an invitation of a sort by the Office of the Special Prosecutor. Again, the reports we are getting suggest that the OSP is also closely monitoring her activities between now and election day, and to actually decide on further matters. And typically, the OSP gathers substantial evidence before proceeding with formal arrests and actually charges. So further updates are actually expected in the coming days. When it comes to the Member of Parliament, the OSP officers from that office have now engaged the Member of Parliament, and then we expect some action to be taken in the future. And
until this afternoon, we didn't know that John Dumelo, the NDC candidate, has also become a person of interest. Why so?
Yeah, well, yes, according to sources at the Special Prosecutor, John Dumelo, who is the NDC parliamentary candidate for that constituency, was also allegedly observed by officers of the Special Prosecutor interacting with voters in the queue during the special voting exercise. And according to the OSP, such conduct actually contravene the electoral laws if they are actually proven. And that has prompted some further investigations into the matter. The OSP, we understand, is reviewing the incident to determine whether any legal breaches occurred. And so from John Dumelo having lodged a petition to the OSP yesterday, seeking to actually investigate his contender, he is also now under the lens of the Special Prosecutor, who is looking into his conduct.
But do we know whether John Dumelo has been invited?
As of now, we understand some engagement might have taken place, but officially, that is not something that we can confirm. And we understand that the Special Prosecutor is trying to take a very limited measure in terms of how he deals with this. There is just about 3 days to the election. Course. And we know that in the U.S., for instance, it was a big matter at the time when
I remember
Trump was being investigated.
I think this was in 2016.
2016 when Trump was
everything pointed
Hillary
to
Clinton,
Hillary's
Russia
victory. And then James Comey decided to reopen investigation.
Exactly. And
the email scandal.
There are those who have said that really contributed to the president's decree. So the special prosecutor does not want to take any actions for now, as some of those actions may be construed as election interference. Anyway, it is 3 days to the election. The special prosecutor would have to look at all these measures. And in fact, the election is coming. If such conduct are repeated, it gives the OSP a broader base to actually look into this matter. And so the special prosecutor is really taking a limited view of this.
And then there's a touch on the member of parliament for Kwadaso. Yes. That the OSP says that they've concluded their investigation, yes, and he's been charged.
Yes. And according to this information we are getting, that when it comes to the case involving Dr. Kingsley Nyako, who was captured on video at the time, allegedly giving money in envelopes to the electoral officers during the Ejisoba election, that case is also actually being pursued. And the MP has reportedly been formally charged. We expect court proceedings to start. And when these documents are lodged and become public, we'll get to know the specifics of the offenses that the Member of Parliament has been charged with and how this case is going to proceed, Elton. All
right, Kwaku, you stay with me. But at a news conference, founding member of the New Patriotic Party, Dr. Nyaho Tameklo, called for the arrest and prosecution of the embattled Member of Parliament for Ayawaso West Wogon, Lydia Al-Hassan, for sharing food to security officials who waited in line to cast their votes on Wednesday.
Indeed, I saw that tape, and it was very disheartening. I mean, it was being done openly. Now, we shouldn't forget ourselves that we are in a new technology world. So anything you say, anything you do can be covered. It was so shameful. And what hurt me most was that these people in line to go and vote were security personnel. And I didn't see one of them rejecting it. I didn't see one of them rejecting it. And what also disturbed me was that the PC, that's the parliamentary candidate for that particular constituency, when questioned, she denied it. That's right. Such a person is not qualified. In fact, if it had been in a civilized country, she should have left that contest by now. The party would demand that she leaves. The party would demand that she leaves. She denied flatly that she has not been there. Why she has been captured on video. We don't need such people in parliament. We don't need such people as lawmakers. They will destroy this country. Indeed, I will pray that she loses the election if she's still going to contest, because she is a person you cannot rely on. And this also should alarm us and alarm the security services. I have always been saying the IGP seems to talk a lot, but a lot happens that he is quiet on. Such a person should have been arrested there and then.
Dr. Nyaho Tamaklo, and this is difficult to tell whether you're still a member of the MPP or now an independent thinker. Meanwhile, former Science and Environment Minister Professor Kwabena Frimpong Boateng has condemned MPP's Ashanti Regional Chairman Bernard Nchubozi, also known as Chairman Wontumi, for calling on Asanteman to rise against alleged intimidation from other tribes. Professor Frimpong Boateng says such comments could incite violence.
Going on about some pronouncement made by Chairman Wontumi regarding some issues that happened in Techiman. I've seen that video, and before then there was another video that showed a bus returning from Granza, and when it got to Techiman, there were some people, young people, throwing stones and so on at the bus, breaking some of the windows. And the narrative was that it's Otunfo's convoy. I didn't say Otunfo's. I saw a bus. I can't say it was a convoy. Maybe it was. That was being stoned. And then there's this viral video. Chairman Wontumi called upon Ashantis to arise. It's a war cry. I mean, trying to instigate war in this country. I mean, Ghana is a very peaceful country. We all know that from history, all accounts set off, or Bron was where we all started from. And then from Techiman, we all migrated and so on. So accounts are one people. Ashantis, Brons, Fantis, Sevi, we are all one people, and I don't think Wuntumi can divide us. He is not looking for to the
Right, so on the conduct of Ghanaians on election day, retired military officer Brigadier General Nonu Mensah wants Ghanaians or the electorate to protect the democratic values the country is endowed with.
When we are gone, how are you going to take Ghana? When some of us are gone, people like Dr. here in our 80s are gone. Are you going to manage Ghana? Are you going to be able to manage Ghana? Do you have the courage to speak the truth, defend Ghana? That's what worries me most of the time. That we don't have the personnel with that kind of courage to speak their mind. I ended up fighting with everybody. As I was marching in Nkrumah one day, but I'm not here for that. A champion, everybody, because I stood by the truth. I will never, never, never hide the truth. So be truthful. Tell the Ghanaians what is going on, so that those who are seeking political office know that they are promising so many things. Everything they are promising. I know they won't be able to do them. I know they can't. They won't be able. But they are promising. I never made any promise. But I made a few things that I contributed to national development. So I hope and pray that we can go to the election process without any big issue.
So this after the focus really is on the elections and of course the upcoming December 7th election this coming Saturday.